was listening back to some of the post-game tapes, and you were talking about having a sense that we might see something like you did in Game 2. You might have been the only one who had that sense. What gave you that feeling that you might see something like that?
You know, the way this team prepares, how focused we are. I thought we had, you know, a live practice. I thought guys were engaged. One thing we talked about come playoff time is understanding what whoever we were facing, what they were trying to do. Every player being held accountable and understanding it. So you'd ask them questions about, you know, Denver's sets, what individuals would try to do, and every guy just they fired away answers as if they were coaches. They were locked in. And I got a team that's, you know, we got ultimate respect for the Denver Nuggets, players, the coaching staff. But I got a team that's locked in and truly believe. And that's a dangerous place to be.
So you want to look into your crystal ball for us?
It's too early right now. I tell you what, it's going to be I don't have a crystal ball, by the way, but it's going to be a great series. We have to understand we can't get trapped into the mindset that because we're home, everything is going to be fine. I understand the crowd's going to be off the charts, and it's going to be a lot of fun. But at the same time, we are dealing with a team that is the number 3 seed, and they are going to come prepared, and we've got to be ready for it.
Do you believe that you have a momentum in this series? Do you care about momentum? Is that meaningful?
Don't really care about it. You know, playoff series that I've been in as a player, at the end of the day, that momentum rarely carries over. What sustains you is, you know, continued effort, energy, and doing the things that put you in position. So I really don't believe in it. I think what took place last night is we were consistent, and as long as we stop them from hurting us on the offensive boards and stop them from pushing the basketball, which they do so well. I mean, that's what they impose their will on teams, and they do it as well as anybody in the game as far as transition. But we've been very successful at controlling their fast break points and how they hurt you on the offensive boards.
Talk about last night's game with the floor so spread out and them overplaying Thompson and Curry. I mean, what kind of opportunities does that create for you? And is that the type of game you love playing in?
Yeah, I mean, they create a lot of indecision, between defenders, which allows guys like myself, Harrison, Bogut, roll into the basket, Festus, to create opportunities, and rightfully so. Those guys do a tremendous job of stretching the floor for us, and they know if they're late, it's pretty much a foregone conclusion that they're going to make the basket.
You accomplished a lot in Denver. You get the one win. You see you can play without David. How do you guard against not letting down coming home?
I mean, just knowing that, there's a lot left to do. We didn't come here just to win one game and celebrate. There's still a lot of business left. This is a very good and very dangerous basketball team, and they were able to finish third in the West for a reason. And we have to really understand that all because we're coming to play in front of our home building, in front of our fans, that it's not just a W that we can just write off in the books.
What's your anticipation? I mean, it's the first home game in the playoffs in a long time here.
I've heard a lot, man. I've heard a lot since I think it was the 07 team about what the atmosphere is like, and hopefully we can duplicate that, and if not, make it even bigger and better.
What do you expect out of them in Game 3 specifically?
Obviously, they're going to come out with a sense of urgency. They understand that, we kind of stole home court, so to speak. And they're going to come in trying to do the same thing. They're going to come in with the mindset that they want to take one game but try to steal two if possible. And we're going to have to be ready. Like I said, I thought the main thing that we did last night was that we hit first. We established the tempo and just followed suit for 48 minutes.
How did you feel after Game 1? I mean, as Coach noted that you almost had a triple-double, but you weren't exactly in the best mindset afterwards.
I mean, I was just a little upset at myself. I didn't feel like I was as aggressive as I could have been, trying to be the floor general out there. After I rewatched the game 2 and 3 times, I actually went back and watched a couple of the games that we played them during the regular season, trying to see some things that we had success against them, and just try to implement it into our game plan. And I thought we did that pretty well. Guys executed, but across the board, it was just a tremendous team effort.
Can you say, okay, we're just going to shoot 64% the rest of the series, it'll be fine. How do you deal with doing that for one game?
You know what? I wish I could, but the thing about it is the shots that we made, those are normal shots for us. We weren't making miraculous plays or plays that didn't make sense. We were running our normal offense and got the looks that we expect to get each and every game if we execute. And we had the type of capable shooters on the perimeter that if, in fact, we do execute like Coach preaches and we practice each and every day, those results aren't hard to come by.
How do you carry over that consistency, especially from what you saw your team shooting last night?
You know, you fall in love with our ability to shoot the basketball, and that's going to be consistent. You know, when you have Steph Curry and Klay Thompson and other guys that are, you know, good shooters, that's going to be consistent. But the thing that you can't overlook is the way we defend. To do what we've been able to do, controlling the boards and also controlling how they hurt you in transition, that's more impressive than any jump shot you can pick up, because these guys are absolutely terrors as far as running in transition and attacking the paint area. You know, you think about how successful they are scoring in the paint, and that's primarily without, you know, a real post player. That's by pushing the basketball and making plays in transition.
With David out, was it a conscious effort on Barnes' part to kick up his offense, or was this just a breakthrough game for him?
I thought in game one he played as poised as he's played all season long. So I don't want to overlook that. I thought he was very effective, he was confident, and he was ready. I think in game two the opportunity presented itself in spreading the floor. He ran the floor. He made plays. He was very aggressive, and he had the best game all season for him. But make no mistake about it, he's been, you know, a big-time player for us all year. It just didn't jump out on the stats. We were able to have the success we had all year, starting a rookie at the small forward position, because of what he did for us defensively. A ball mover, a guy that picked and chose his spots, when to be aggressive. And he had a breakout night last night.
Coach mentioned you had 3 rookies on the floor at one point in the game. You're not supposed to win postseason games with 3 rookies on the floor.
But, you know, honestly, at this point in the season, we don't view them as rookies anymore. You know, they've played close to 90 games, you know, and all of them have been put in various positions. Festus has started the majority of the season for us. Harrison has been a starter for us since day one. Draymond, you know, being an integral role for us, you know, being one of the more vocal leaders on the team. And as far as on the court, they've pretty much seen everything and been put in every situation a player, you know, can be put in throughout the season. So with that type of on-court experience and the way they've hit the learning curve this season, we don't look at them as rookies anymore.
What do you think of Harrison's game last night, particularly that dunk? Was that a wow moment for you?
And incredible, you know, just tremendous athleticism. And he was just aggressive. You know, he played like he was sure of himself. I mean, that one particular play, it was just, I'm still trying to fathom how he was able to, you know, muster that dunk in, but it was definitely one of the top plays I've seen, you know, playing basketball, period.
Where has he made the most strides from when he started?
I think just being sure of himself, trying to figure and pick his spot, so to speak. You know, I think sometimes you have to kind of force the issue to kind of keep yourself going. You know, he's gotten some plays here recently that I haven't seen out of him. Tip dunks, you know, drives to the baskets, been able to come up with big defensive 50-50 balls for us, which is something that, you know, we've always harped on since day one. And, you know, he's that athletic piece that I think can match up with so many different positions, that kind of versatile guy, so to speak, that every team needs, and he's done a good job with that for us.
He's a confident kid, but to your knowledge, did anybody pull him aside last game and say, hey, really need you to be aggressive today?
No. You know, he's just a kid that works hard, and I think all the hard work, the long hours he put in just kind of came to fruition. You know, you like to say it came to fruition yesterday, and hopefully it continues, but, you know, there are just times where, you know, that stuff just pays off and it shows dividends.